Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at my Game Week 12 review. No preview for Game Week 13 in this video because of the international break, so I might as well do it closer to the time when it comes out in 2 weeks' time. So 2 week break from FPL. Obviously, keep an eye on international fixtures in case of any injuries. So yeah, this is what the team was looking like before I went into the game week, and let's say I had a rather successful game week. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So we started with the defence, and Nick Pope, he finally returned for me. The faith I kept with him paid off well. West Ham have been dreadful form, and Pope returned a lovely 9 points. He got a 7 base score and 2 bonus points. So this man, as we know, is a bonus point machine. So very happy that I owned him. Yanmat, first transfer in this week, 7 points against Norwich. Watford looks pretty solid throughout. I think Norwich troubled them a little bit, but Yanmat looks good. He was getting up the pitch. Defensively, not as good, but he was still getting up the pitch, so attacking turns were definitely on the way. I think he missed a header within the first 10 minutes from a corner, so good thing that I got him in. He's got some nice fixtures in the next 2, and then probably a bit on the bench. Soyuncu, 8 points. I knew he'd play against Arsenal. I knew he'd get a clean sheet. I mean, they were lucky. You know, Arsenal could have scored a lot of goals, but they didn't. But Soyuncu picks up 2 bonus points. Excellent. And Lundstrom, I'm a Tottenham fan, but I had to play him. I thought there's a chance that we're not going to win this, and I was right. We drew. Lundstrom could have easily had 2 goals. Hit the post with one of them, and one of them went agonisingly wide. But yeah, he's still serving excellent quality. He's basically playing as an attacking midfielder. So everything positive with Johnny Lundstrom. And the midfield was disappointing again. Only bright spot was Sadio Mane. Give him our transfers in. He got 7 points. Salah sadly got 8 points, so it actually was worse the transfer I made. But I feel more confident having Mane than Salah now. So that was positive. City, you know, understandably playing Liverpool, Sterling and De Bruyne are both blanks. But to be fair, De Bruyne could have had 2 assists. Sterling could have had a goal and 2 assists as well. So it was just a matter of finishing more than anything. But still looking positive. And I'm going to hold them, especially Chelsea at home. I think City would definitely come back, international break to recover and get some of the injured players back as well. So I think people might be jumping off them because of the value, the amount of money and the value for points. I think De Bruyne you definitely got to keep. Sterling you could definitely look sideways, but for me, I think I'm just going to stick with him. And also, I talk about some of the fires in my team that I want to put out the transfer plan, so I'll talk about that later on in the video. Mason Mount, 3 points. He's been not as great in the past couple of weeks as we saw at the start of the season. He's playing in a deeper role now with Pulisic and Willian both from the wing, so he's playing as a deeper role. Still having shots, but he's not making as much of an impact as he did start of the season. So I will talk about him. He may be one of my transfers out. In fact, he is one of my transfers out. McGinn was just non-existent against Wolves. Wolves just ran the game, to be honest. McGinn just looked completely outrun in midfield. So I feel like next week I'll probably give him one more game week. Newcastle at home looks like a good fixture on paper. So I'll give him that one more game week. But yeah, again, the midfield, despite the amount of value that's in that midfield, it was a poor showing. I think I just sadly got the wrong people, as well as Liverpool City was a difficult fixture to tell what was going to happen. But the strikers, they delivered. Abraham in the 12:30 game got a lovely goal and 2 bonus points, and I was like, brilliant. Maybe should have captained him. But Vardy came through, goal and assist, all 3 bonus points, so 24 points as my captain. I finally got a captain return. I think it's been about 4 or 5 game weeks since I had a captain return, so I was absolutely ecstatic with that. Leicester just look unreal at the moment, and let's say a certain Leicester player will be my transfer coming in. The bench is a worrying thing because obviously Matip's out. Ward picked up an injury in the first half against Chelsea and he had to come off, as did Connolly, who came off at half time for Brighton. Now, with the international break, hopefully they'll come back. But yeah, it does make my team pretty thin at the moment. I don't really make any hits for people that are going to be on the bench. So hopefully it should be alright with the international break to recover, because I imagine Connolly probably won't go on international duty. I have to monitor that. But yeah, I was ecstatic with my strikers. I think Abraham and Vardy are the 2 strikers you have to own. I think they're the 2 that are delivering consistency. Unlike, say, Wilson, Josh King missed a sitter, Pookie lacks confidence. These 2 are the ones that I think you have to go for. So the game week score was 70, taking into mind the -4, but that -4 paid off dividends. With the total points are now 645. And look at that rank increase. I think last week was 1.3 million. And by the end of Saturday, I'd halved that. So now 850,000 is brilliant. I'm back in the 1 mil ranking finally. Hopefully we can push on. This is a big score that I've been waiting for a long time. And actually now I'm enjoying FPL more because finally my patience and strategy has finally delivered. But I think, yeah, the hits trigger happy tactic seems to be working for me at the moment. I'll talk through the transfers after this. But yeah, I think international break will be interesting, and hopefully there won't be any injuries to my squad. But yeah, I'm so happy with that rank boost of about 500k. Like, it was needed. It was needed. So without further ado, let's look at the transfers that I've definitely done for Gameweek 13. I know early, but these are transfers that I've done. So this is my one transfer that's been confirmed. Mount to Maddison. Now you're thinking, Mount is a good player. He's playing well. Why so early? I wanted to do it because I wanted Maddison. People have been saying that, oh, if you get triple Leicester, then you have to deal with, I think games 18 and 19, they play City and Liverpool, I believe. And to be honest, I wouldn't be that worried. In the way Leicester are playing at the moment, they can beat any team. City, as we saw yesterday, I'm recording this on Monday, they play Liverpool, looked so exposed at the back. Liverpool as well don't look solid. Leicester, to be honest, they look like one of the better teams in the league right now. So Maddison, I've been watching him for a long time. The one thing I liked him as a player always. I liked him last season. I had him for a time last season, but he lacked consistency. Whereas now he's starting to deliver consistent points. And I thought with the fixtures coming up, they've got some all green fixtures coming up with Brighton away next, who conceded I think like 21 shots against United, and United, as we know, are not a very good attacking side. So I just thought, go get it straight away. The reason why I changed Mount was because I wanted to get rid of McGinn, but I couldn't do it without a point hit. So what I've done is I've done Mount to Maddison to secure that, avoid the price rises. Maddison, I imagine, probably won't even be used in England squad because Southgate just doesn't use him. So that's a positive thing. I think Mount, again, with his ankle, might get injured in international break. We don't know. So that gives that triple Leicester, and I think that could really deliver. Long term wise, I want to get Pulisic in, and he would be for McGinn, which gives me like a strong midfield. And I would do that by downgrading Matip to probably Williams at Man United. He's 4 million just come in. I know I have a cheap defence, but to be honest, I think the cheap defence is the way to go. The Liverpool fullbacks, I would love one of them, but they're just so expensive. I just can't afford them at the moment. So that's the plan long term, and I feel like that -4 will be done in Game Week 14, mainly because Chelsea then embark on a nice fixture run, and United are still good fixtures as well, but that would just secure that. So I've given myself, I think, enough time in case Pulisic has one price rise. He's got a hip injury at the moment, so hopefully should be okay in time. But I think he's playing brilliantly. He's more attacking than Mason Mount because he's playing on the wing. He's coming inside. He's getting shots off. He's getting assists. So I'm very happy to own him at some point. But yeah, Maddison just looks insane at the moment. I think Vardy, Maddison, Soyuncu, I've got 3 areas of Leicester covered. Defensively, they're great. Midfield, they're great. And attacking wise, they're great. So I think I've delivered here in this transfer, and hopefully it will come through. I know it's early, but hopefully it won't be injuries. But yeah, that's the review and minor preview. But I will preview the full squad later on, just before the start of Game Week 13. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to follow me at Captain FPL1 on Twitter. Being much more active on there, which is good. I finally just sit down, watch some football on the weekend. It was beautiful. And make sure to subscribe as well and like and all that good stuff. I'll catch you in the next video.